Microsoft unveils the Surface Studio. Amazon brings Alexa to Fire tablets. Twitter replies get a little longer and more. It's Wednesday, October 26th, and this is Crunch Report. Microsoft held a press event in New York today where it announced a new all-in-one PC, which it's calling the Surface Studio. The emphasis seems to be on helping creative professionals. The Studio includes a 28-inch display, which Microsoft says is the thinnest display ever with 13.5 million pixels. Basically, it's enough that you should never see individual pixels. You can also change color specifications on the fly, and if you're going to print something, you can examine it first on the screen in exact 1:1 scale. And as you probably guessed from the Surface name, it's a touchscreen display, but the Studio also comes with a new input device called the Surface Dial, which is a dial that can be laid out on your desk or placed directly on the screen. The new PC is available for pre-order now, with pricing starting at $2,999. Microsoft didn't just announce a new PC today. The company really seems to be making a push for those creative professionals. It also announced what it's calling the Windows 10 Creators Update, which is focused on 3D and is supposed to come out next spring. The centerpiece is a new version of Microsoft Paint called Paint 3D, which turns pen sketches into 3D with just the press of a button, and also allows you to import objects from SketchUp's 3D modeling software. You can also export 3D images from Paint to view in Microsoft's HoloLens headset. Microsoft says Paint is just the first step, and it wants to bring 3D to its other applications, starting with PowerPoint. Most of you probably think of Alexa as an assistant that you keep at home, but Amazon wants it to be a broader voice interface for all its devices. So today it revealed how Alexa is going to work on Fire tablets. Instead of saying Alexa, like you would with the Echo, you just hold down the tablet's home button. Then when you ask a question, Alexa won't recite the answer, but will instead present it to you as a visual card, which comes with additional information. Amazon says Alexa will work with the most recent Fire tablets, where it will include its standard support for things like weather, sports scores, alarms, and music. Apple released its third quarter earnings report yesterday evening, and the numbers were basically okay. The company's revenue of $46.9 billion and iPhone sales of 45.5 million were basically in line with Wall Street estimates, but the numbers are down from the same period last year, which is not a great sign for the future. On the bright side, the company is projecting a big holiday sales bump in the fourth quarter. It's also possible that the problems with Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 could provide a boost for iPhones, as long as Apple can actually make enough phones to meet demand. More long-term, it does seem like the smartphone market is getting pretty saturated, so Apple is probably looking pretty hard to find its next home run product. If you're a regular Twitter user, you probably know that one of the more annoying aspects of replying to other users is the fact that their usernames get counted towards the 140-character limit of your messages. So if you want to reply to me, @AnthonyHa gets included in the character count. In fact, sometimes I'll take people off the reply just so I have a little more room to say what I want. But it looks like that's going to change. Twitter says it's testing the new feature with a subset of users, but from what we've seen, it's pretty intuitive. Instead of including the username in the message itself, Twitter will just say, "in reply to Anthony Ha," or whoever, at the top. This is part of a broader push at Twitter to make the 140-character limit a little more flexible, like the fact that media attachments no longer count. That's the report for today. I'm Anthony Ha, filling in for Tito Hamzy. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can also find us on iTunes and on YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow.